You guys are entering into the Omen. I would assume that you're putting up the ramp, closing the door, and kind of starting to get out of your mining attire as you make your way into the comfortable meeting chamber of the Omen. Why don't you guys take it away for a few minutes?
So, what?
I'm just gonna go outside and work on my bowl and figure this out.
Your bowl?
I mean my staff. Sorry. It's been a long, confusing walk back.
I was really confused. I thought you were gonna work on like a watermelon to put on top of your head, and I was like, sure.
Nah.
No, well, what the fork?
How am I alive?
Well, from what we saw, there was like Manta one moment ago, and then there was some sort of weird energy thing that happened, and you were already like dead. I'm pretty sure you were dead. Your body was just like laying there on the ground all limp, and I was like, oh my gosh, what are we gonna do? It was lots of panic, and Manta like reached out to something, and then there was this weird poof of energy, and he kept reaching into it, and then he disappeared, but you reappeared back. Do you remember anything? Like, when after being hit, I mean. Once you were hit, do you remember anything at all after that?
I think I was in a lake of fire.
We're in a fire?
A lake of fire, swimming.
We're in a lake of fire, swimming.
It was something from a nightmare, I promise you. I am glad to not be in that.
Burn, 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 in like a ring of fire.
So, Manta did this?
We think
No.
Manta there.
I mean, yes,
Oh.
but
Yes. No.
Manta opened a rift in time and space. Are we like just gonna ignore that? I mean, no one's supposed to be able to do that, right? Like, there's not supposed. I mean,
No one's supposed to have two bodies either.
yes. This is very confusing.
Am I immortal now?
I don't know, but
Can
I don't want to. No,
We
I don't. Let's not try that again.
No, let's not test that limit. I think that's very nice that you came back. And I mean, I don't know where Manta is, and I hope he's not in the lake of fire, swimming through fire. But this is blowing my mind right now a
Did
little
he even
bit.
say goodbye?
No, he didn't get to say anything. He just kind of looked, and then poof, he was gone.
This isn't right.
Oh, and it's very terrifying. Before I kind of like joined up with everybody, well, it's gonna sound insane, and it's okay, but kind of think they're like other universes. You know, like our universe is not like the only universe. So in my interpretation of events that happened, somehow Manta opened up a portal that led to another universe and pulled like another version of you. Because I don't think those universes are so drastically different. I just think that somewhere out there probably is a better universe than what we're currently living. He just happened to pull you from maybe like a very bad one. Fire.
Like
universe.
a fire one?
Yeah. I mean, it's like one of those things, like, for example, if you didn't pick up a cup yesterday, your path could have diverged drastically from what it is now. But at the same time, some of these universes have such like minute differences that like it doesn't really matter, you know? I just think the one you were in was probably really bad. But I'm glad you're here, even if it's not really you.
But I remember dying. I remember that creature.
Well, maybe you died in the other universe too. Maybe you just were fighting it and then died, and then we're in that transition space that was like full of weird floaty lava or something.
My head hurts.
It's okay. See, I've made it my life's mission. I said that if there's anything I'm ever gonna do in life, is I'm gonna find a door that will open into other universes, so I can go and live somewhere better than this. Or, I don't know. I can figure out how to fix, this. But, I mean, Manta just basically opened time and space and pulled you out like it's no big deal at all.
Except he's not here anymore.
I mean, yes. And we don't even know where he is. We don't know what happened to him.
What if he died?
That's very grim, but I don't know. I don't think so. I mean,
What if I'm actually him with a camouflage thing that he could do?
that's...
I'm not.
I don't want to think about... There's a
But-
lot.
What do we do with...
What?
Yes.
What about if the
Yes.
other one of you is Manta, sleeping?
That doesn't look like a sleeping body to me.
I mean, what does it look like? It's only a guy with eyes. His eyes are closed. Usually, what Manta does.
Not breathing. Manta breathes.
That thing has a wound on it.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, you're right.
it's...
and no wound on here. So this is just very confusing.
It is. And...
W- What do we even do with the body?
don't know. I
We-
mean, it's your body, so you kind of get to say in it. Like, what do you want to do with your second body?
Can we use it for parts?
What? What? I mean, it's probably we probably have to freeze if you want to use yourself for parts. I mean, organ harvesting is like very difficult.
That's actually what I was thinking about. Is there a way to freeze this body in case one of us needs an extra hand?
I don't think it will work that way anymore. Your nerve endings have already died. But I mean, in your brain too. So I don't know if there's anything salvageable. Like, I think freezing has to kind of be sort of semi-immediate. Otherwise,
I've never encountered this before. I wouldn't know.
I mean, I saw lots of limbs fly out in the war, and I can tell you they die fast. They don't stay, like, fresh. That's weird to say. Fresh limbs.
Do we burn it? Space it?
I don't know.
Should we wait for Dev? So we can make a decision together?
I mean, Dev didn't even believe us, really.
I mean, can you? Can anybody believe us?
No.
I definitely think we should... I don't know. Honestly, maybe part of me is like, let's not hold on to it. This is creepy and weird and strange. But part of me is like, what if we can find somebody who knows or has encountered something like this before?
Wouldn't they
You
want
know?
to see the body then?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Either to see the body or to maybe, figure it out. Maybe your actual, like, physical body, the one that's down here, could help us figure out what happened to Manta. Because we don't want to just abandon him. We don't know where he is. But I don't want to just, oh, he disappeared. Let's forget about him kind of situation.
Mm-hmm. We may need the body to find him eventually.
That's true. Either that, or at the very least to figure out what happened to him. Where did he go? Also, there's some weird residue on you, maybe. I don't know.
Noah looks at his arms and looks for any slime or something. No residue.
It would be a good idea, though, for you to store that memory while you can remember it. I've heard that people who, like, have near-death or death experiences tend to forget about them very quickly. So we want to store your lake of fire in a device so that we can analyze it later.
And the death itself.
And the death itself, exactly. And then my memory mixed with Dawn's memory should suffice enough as a kind of reference
I
of
don't
what
know what's going
happened.
on. I'm so lost.
Dawn, it's science!
I don't do science.
A rift in time and space opened. Aren't you curious?
More things to think about. We have so much.
Exactly. Well, the other stuff is not that important, but this stuff is
The
like
money?
world changing. I mean, money is important, but like having a rift of time and space open in front of you, that's kind of like, a super rare event, let's just say that.
Ooh, idea.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure this will work, but we should make sure. Noah goes to the door access because it's keyed to his fingerprints and eye,
Mm-hmm.
and sees if it'll open for him.
Opens just like normal.
So it is me.
Hmm.
From a different timeline.
What if we're not even here? What if we're on a different timeline?
There's not enough drugs in the universe for this conversation. But perhaps we can revisit the stasis conversation a bit later.
Yes.
And as Noah says that, we pan back down into the mine. As I believe, Dev, you were still working on trying to open up this pathway to this rock that the cheese graters were not able to break through. So you got into the mech and you started trying to clear out a path to get this mech in there. And I believe it was like, what, 2 hours or an hour and a half is what it was going to take for you to get all the way there. I think that was...
Yeah, roughly around that.
Okay. So about halfway of that time, the red lights within the mech start kind of like flashing, and it seems like the systems are getting overheated. Like you feel like you're doing a lot of work in here, and if you don't give this thing a break, if you don't give it a rest, you're gonna burn up the engine on this thing, and it's gonna be fried.
Gotcha. So then, after seeing all the red lights going off, I'll kind of like shut it down, back her off, kind of like an Armageddon when they're just easing out and just like
Yeah.
shutting things down. Don't break the bit. And,
Got it. Yeah.
And then I would kind of assess it and then look to see if there's any way that, like, there's an immediate way to cool it down. Like if you were to pour water down one of the pipes, usually it cools something and then allows the machine to work a little bit longer. So I'd look to see if there's any like cool down system for it.
Make a tech check for me.
All right, so I got +1. Ooh, 11 + 1's 12.
12, so you succeed. You discover immediately after kind of typing in some computer panels within the cockpit of this thing that this thing actually has insufficient coolant within it, which is what's causing the overheating. So basically, there's probably some kind of leak in the interior or something that's causing this fluid not to be at its full capacity to keep the cooling systems running appropriately.
So with that knowledge, I would look to see if I could find the leak to be able to try and fix it, tape it up, see what parts I have on hand.
Okay. It is going to be tricky because you're in it's like a 20-foot tall mech that you're in. And you're going to have to get basically to the side panels, remove some panels, and kind of get in there. It's going to take some time if you're willing to take the time to do it.
I'm willing to do it until I hear back from E-Rock. And if he brings back cricks or anything else, since there's not really anything else that can be done since we can't chew through that rock as is.
Okay. Sure. So while you're getting out, you do notice that even though there's red lights, the power systems are still working within the mech. And all of a sudden, the intercom systems start to crackle to life within the mech as you're kind of hanging out the door. And you hear this basically standard intercom system is going off in all the mechs, all the substations within the mine. And you hear this voice come on. It's kind of a staticky voice at first. It kind of crackles and says, "All mining, structural work, and data collection has been temporarily halted on Sector 4 at this time. All employees should report to the surface until operations can continue. Please gather your belongings and walk calmly to the elevator at this time. Thank you for your cooperation." And then it kind of buzzes out.
I'll just kind of think about it like, well, can't be much of a better time since this thing's going to have to cool down anyway and trying to find parts. At least I can come back with new parts. I'll kind of hop down.
Well,
and then
you
look
would know.
back.
You would know too. They're just halting on sector 4. You're technically on sector 3. So
Oh, okay.
so basically, what the all call is saying is everybody on sector 4, you got to come up.
Sector. Yes.
Yep.
Gotcha. Then I'm just going to go keep repairing.
Okay, you got it. Sure. So you're going to take some time repairing. I will go ahead and make an additional tech roll. This will be kind of like your repair roll for this.
Okay. I got a 7 + 1, so 8.
8. So that's going to be a fail. So you're just having a hard time looking around finding this coolant. Actually, when you do find it, you realize that what you found is unable to be repaired. Like, it is broken to the point where you need a new part. There's nothing that's going to be able to kind of like, you're not going to be able to rig this one to make it work. But you also gain a void point if you didn't already have 4 in the process. But while you're doing that, you hear, it sounds like your friends, I believe one, Rose and, let me find that other name.
Ace and Rose.
Ace and Rose.
Then,
Ace and Rose are still back a little bit where kind of like that open area was where you first originally found this mech that you're using. And you can see Ace seems to be kind of pacing back and forth. Rose seems to be just kind of standing there staring at him while they're pacing. And E-Rock does finally come back, and Crix is with E-Rock as they come back in, and they see you kind of within this little cave that you're opening up a little bit more, kind of hanging off the edge. You just kind of, your hands are covered in grease as you're putting this panel back on, finding out that you need a new, basically like coolant system in this mech to get any more use out of it. And you see them kind of arrive. What would you like to do?
I would slam it shut and be like, dang, damn it. And just, and kind of jump down, and then kind of cleaning my hands off, I would look up and see them, and then just kind of peek over at like Ace and Rose to kind of see where they're at, and kind of slowly make my way over to Crix and E-Rock, and then just kind of approach them and go, so, what have you guys heard?
E-Rock is kind of like, well, Crix was telling me that they already knew about that rock in there. Crix kind of looks at you and he's like, I'm surprised you got that thing to work.
Oh yeah, no, it didn't take too much to get it started, but we're definitely gonna have to replace a part to definitely get the mech back there to get that rock out. But
yeah, the part has already been ordered. We're still waiting.
Good. So what anything about Ace and Rose?
As you're kind of saying that under your breath, Crix just looks at you and says, nothing suspicious. They've been here for about 2 weeks as employees of the mine. Haven't really had big payouts. Gotcha.
Nope, they were just acting a little sketchy, a little bit different. So I just wanted to double check and make sure. And no, that rock really looked interesting. So I figured we might as well start working on it, trying to get back there, let you guys know about it. Because I know you did say, if you find something, there is a higher payout reward potentially. So I just want to make sure to alert to you guys, so that way, we can make sure that all the paperwork's done correctly.
Naldi has been informed of this, and you would know Naldi. Naldi was the guy who kind of hired you. Naldi has been informed. Apparently, there is works in progress on how we can proceed.
Sounds good. Nope. So what do you want us to do right now then? Do you want us to keep working on this, head back, get new parts? What do you want to use the cheese grater to try and clear it open some more?
You can try, but it may be worth taking a break.
All right. Sounds good. I'll just kind of turn around and shout back, Ace, Rose, taking a break. Come on up and hang out.
Taking a break already? Doesn't seem like we've been down here all that long, right?
Yeah, but the mech broke, so we're waiting on a part to come in so that way we can start working on this, getting the mech fixed and then start hauling it back out again.
You see him like kick a rock. It goes like scattering across the ground. He's like, let's go, Rose. And he gets frustrated and he starts walking, and Rose kind of shyly looking down follows behind him. And they just both walk by you and start kind of walking in the direction that you guys came to get down here.
Oh, and by the way, don't worry. We already got the paperwork filled out for that rock, so if there's any payout, we'll all be getting our equal share. So don't worry.
That's great. Absolutely great. It's great. And he continues to walk.
And I'll just turn back to Crix. You don't happen to have, like, any snacks or food on you, do you?
We have some at the substation.
Do you just want us to head back there and take a break back there? Or do you want us to hang out here? What do you want us?
Sure. Come on back to the substation.
What snacks do you guys got?
What snacks would you like?
Well, do you have like those fried chips with like the little red dots on them that like have like the chili peppers or something?
We do, but it's not
those-
real.
Oh. No, those ones mess up my stomach a little too much. But no, I guess we might as well just go back, get some water, relax, take a break.
At least it looks real.
After that, I would just kind of I don't need more Pepto-Bismol.
So you're
After
gonna
that, I would
just
be
walking with
walking
Crix
back.
and E-Rock? Okay.
Yeah.
Heading to the substation. All right. We're going to pan up to the elevator, where the doors are just opening on the main level. Aster, are you with us?
Yeah, I'm here.
So, getting out of a somewhat crowded, large elevator, you step out into an area that is, imagine like metal grated floor, but a large area. There's some flashing lights going on above in the ceiling area. There's metal steps that lead to your right and to your left that go onto a second floor where you know would be the place where is a large kind of check-in place with a round kind of computer desk area where there's a lot of people that work and check people in to this mine. You're covered in dirt and grease, and you are a little frustrated because you've been called out of Sector 4. You were trying to hide it out there for a little while, but somebody found you and grabbed you and scooped you up and forced you to get on the elevator back up to the top. What would you be doing as you get off this? You can hear a lot of people. Yes. What would you be doing as you're getting off the elevator? You can hear others like grumbling around you. Like they seem to be very discouraged that their work has been cut short.
Is the guy who pulled me onto the elevator in the elevator?
Yeah, there's like a couple guys that had pulled you on.
Hey, you! The one that's touching me too much. I want to talk to your supervisor.
I mean, my supervisor's your supervisor.
Well, let me talk to him. Come with me to him. We're going.
I mean, what are you going to talk about? The sector
was out of there.
The sector was shut down.
I don't care.
You can't be down there during a shutdown.
Why?
The whole place could cave in.
Okay.
Do you want to be down there when the whole planet folds on itself?
I can handle it.
You could handle it.
I could handle it.
What is that thing on your shoulder?
Talking about Cam?
Cam? It has a name?
Yeah, that's Cam.
Why is it looking at me funny?
Because it doesn't like your attitude towards his name. That's why he's looking at you funny. Sorry, Cam. Don't listen to him.
So why don't you your picture's up, but why don't you describe yourself for the audience?
Yeah. I'm a bigger man. I got a big red beard, long red hair. I wear big aviation goggles that are like blacked out, awkwardly dark. I have on like actual like cliche spacesuit type of thing with like patches and stuff. But it's very dirty, not clean like this one. Because I do all of my work in it. I have a big purple and blue looks like a quilted cape, but upon closer inspection it's more of a sleeping bag. And on the inside it's like a very deep black color. On my shoulder I have a little robotic chameleon with big robot eyes.
Nice. Very nice. The guy looks at you and says, you know it's dangerous to wear capes while you're mining.
It's not a cape.
It's not a cape?
It's not a cape.
Kind of looks like a cape.
I wear it like a cape, but it's not a cape.
Well, you got to be careful with stuff like that. You get that stuck in one of those turbines, man, it's just going to rip you right in there.
It's just going to slide right off. It won't take any damage. It'll break the turbine more than it'll break my cape.
That cape will break a turbine.
It will.
Man, you crazy.
A little. A little. You're not getting away from the supervisor thing. I still want to talk to the supervisor.
The supervisor's going to be on my side because they shut down the sector. You think any supervisor, after they shut it down, is going to let you continue to do what you were doing down there? Who were you down there with, anyway?
Myself.
They don't send people down by themselves.
Well, they sent me down with a bunch of incompetent people, and I went by myself.
Who'd they send you down with?
I don't even remember. I don't see them up here.
You don't?
No.
Oh, man. They're not still down there, are they?
Maybe they are. Maybe I should go look for them.
Yeah, right. Nice try, buddy. I see what you're doing. I see what you did there. That's not how it works.
Are you gonna go look for them? You want to go look instead of me?
No, you know what?
You seem pretty scared about it.
I'm going to go over to that bar right there. You see that bar over there in the corner? And I'm going to have me a drink. I'm going to get me some moonshine.
That's good.
Would you like a shot of moonshine?
If I have to be stuck up here with you, then sure.
Great.
I guess I should probably take it.
Good, considering I practically saved your life. I mean,
You didn't.
I totally did.
You didn't.
He just chuckles and starts walking over to the bar.
I'll follow, very begrudgingly.
Okay. So you guys go over. He buys you a moonshine, and you guys kind of sit at the bar and start drinking. Back on the Omen, the three of you are still kind of talking. What do you guys want to do? You haven't heard from Devlin yet?
I'm gonna connect to my little device, and I'm gonna give them the option to connect so I can record the memory that we saw.
Okay. So you're taking them into your virtual reality pocket pocket world that you have? Okay.
Yeah. Want to, so that we can record the recollections of things and remember them.
Okay. So Dawn, you jumping in?
I should try to go see what Dev is doing. Try to bring him back.
So Dawn wants to go get Dev.
Just don't die, maybe don't fight scorpions and stuff, Especially if they're massive and there's already dead bodies around them.
Look, I did not get hit once when we were fighting that guy. I can take on anything now.
Sure. Sure.
I'm not the one that died and came back. I'm not the one that came back bleeding. That was perfectly fine at the end of that whole thing.
Well.
And if it wasn't for me, Noah would not have his old equipment back, because I'm the one that looted his old body and gave it to him.
Oh, excuse me, Mr. Loot the bodies and give them the things. I'm just saying, be careful.
I will, thank you.
Exactly. You're welcome.
So, Dawn, you're headed out of the Omen?
Yes.
Okay.
I'll be heading back to where Death is.
Okay. So as you're getting off the Omen, you can see that there is another vessel that seems to be approaching the landing pad. It seems to be much smaller than both the Omen and the other vessel that have already landed. This one looks more like a shuttle as it's approaching. And you can notice the one that had Moore's Corp kind of painted on the side. Elegantly high glossed like silver on the outside, and it has this blue kind of logo that's beside like Moore's Corp. Any of the individuals on that crew don't seem to have gotten off of that vessel. It seems like they're still on it. Like the landing gear is out, and there's no there's no boarding ramp down or anything like that. And you can see like it's still kind of in a low kind of running mode, as like there's a bunch of like hydraulic like puffs of things like out the sides of the ship. And on the side of this thing is a massive, like looks like a satellite dish on the side of it. And that other shuttle is just slowly approaching. It looks like it's just a really kind of like a putt-putt shuttle that's just coming along, and it's going to eventually kind of land somewhere on that pad as well as you're walking out. Okay. So you just keep on walking back into the mining area, and you can, I mean, you're looking around the main area and you don't see Dev. You do head down to stairs a little bit to where the elevator is located. You're looking around, you can see there's the bar area and the other places downstairs. You can see an interesting looking fellow with red long hair with a little chameleon on his shoulder having a glass of moonshine with another individual over at the bar. Seems like they're laughing about, well, the one guy's laughing about, the other guy looks like he's just giving him a hard time.
Okay. So
And,
I go. So I don't see Death.
You don't see
Right.
Dev.
Oh,
Yep.
okay. So I approach to the two guys I'm sitting on the bar,
Okay.
and I look at the guy with the little thing on top of his shoulder,
Yeah.
and I'll be
It's
like,
a little robotic lizard that looks at you.
I just try to pet him slowly, see what he does.
What does Cam do?
I think Cam at first would like kind of like rear back at you and like stick out his tongue, and at the end of his tongue you see like a red hot bit of metal just like shoot out at you. But then he'll like very slowly allow you to touch him, like tilt his head a little bit.
You have a nice little pet. What's his name?
See, that's how you talk to somebody about their companion.
Oh yeah,
Okay,
yeah. This is Cam. Meet Cam.
Yes.
That's apparently the thing's name.
C4M Cam. Yes.
It's not a thing. It's a little pet. So you call it different things.
Hmm.
It's his
See,
friend.
I like
used to
this
have a
guy.
friend, and he disappeared. And now we're searching for someone else. And it's a whole.
Your friend disappeared.
Yeah, it's a whole.
Oh, was this part of the group that went down with you?
I don't know who this guy is, but
Oh,
he's,
you
he's
don't know
better
this-
company than you so far.
Oh hey there. What's your name?
My name is Don.
Oh, Don.
Yes.
Nice to meet you, Don.
Nice to meet you. Don. What's your name?
What's my name? Oh, I'm Broden.
Not you. I don't care about you. The guy was there with the pet.
My name's Aster.
Aster, pleasure to meet you, Aster. I'm actually looking for somebody named Devland. Have you
No
seen
idea
him?
who that is.
He has like a little. He always has glasses on, even in the dark for some reason.
Me
He
too.
has a hat on, like similar to what you have on over here in your face, with your little beard.
Alright.
Have you seen him anywhere close by?
I'm gonna be honest. When I was down in the mines, I did not look at anybody else in any sector. I had my own mission I was on. away
You
from
were down-
everybody else. So
But like you were down at the mines. Which sector
Yeah.
were you on?
Sector 4.
And you didn't see anything suspicious?
I mean, I saw some stuff. I don't know if I'm at liberty to tell you about the stuff I saw. But
I mean, do you prefer telling me or telling the guy next to you?
I was gonna just not tell anybody. Yeah.
He ain't telling me nothing.
It's between me and him, guy. Who is he?
I don't know who is he. First he comes and finds me. I don't even know how he found me. He must have been following me or something.
I'm just here trying to help this guy out. He was gonna stay down there when the sector shut down.
He could do whatever he wants. He wants to be
Exactly.
down there. He could be down there. He wants to be up here.
Hey, I don't want to lose my mining contract. If you guys want to lose your mining contract, go right on ahead. I want to make
don't
some
care.
hollows while I'm here.
Well, I could help with that.
See?
But you pulled
He
me
can
out of
help
my
you.
spot, so you're not gonna find out about it.
There you go. Nice cloak, by the way. Oh, cape cloak. Perfectly. It looks
See,
really good on you.
It is a cape, isn't
Thanks.
it? See, he
It's
thought it
close.
was
It's
a
close.
cape too.
He said a cloak. He was probably closer to what it kind of is.
Excuse me, Dawn. Do you agree that if that gets caught on a turbine, that would just drag him in there and probably just?
This would break the turbine.
He says it.
Whether
He
it
says it'll
does-
break the turbine.
Whether it
Try
does
to
or
cut it.
not, it's whether it does or not, it's his problem. Got nothing to do with what you think it's gonna happen.
Exactly. Try to cut it though. I dare you. I'll hand you the steak knife. Go for it.
Well, I want to see this.
A steak knife?
Yeah, steak knife.
Steak knife. Steak.
Where'd you get a steak knife?
I don't know. Don't ask questions. You ask a lot of questions.
A steak knife.
Well, this is like
Yeah,
a
anyways.
this is like an ancient steak knife. Like, where did you even find this?
I have a lot of things. I have a cassette tape on my belt
A cassette tape.
with a cassette player.
You know
Oh,
what?
fun.
Here's your steak knife. You know what? Hey, two more for these two. I got to take a break, guys. I'm out of here. I mean, this is just too much. And he just gets up, and the bartender brings you guys each a glass of moonshine, and then he walks away.
Perfect.
Well, that worked out for us.
Yeah.
But anyway, I started drinking and I guess I'll stay there for a little while and forget all about death. For like a minute.
Dawn just sits down and starts drinking, talking ass her, and forgets why he was even here. We will take a quick trip back onto the Omen as Andronima and Noah, you got yourselves plugged into this virtual reality pocket world. You guys go into those familiar hallways of this virtual world that Andronima has created within this thing. What exactly are you guys wanting to do one more time? Go ahead and share what your vision is for storing this within this pocket world.
I would make a door that's what we saw during the fight, like the manta reaching out and then the whole thing opening up and all the lights and stuff appearing. Like make a memory of that, and then I don't know. Noah, do you want to make a memory of like your fire land?
Yes. But for me, I would be focusing much more on the moment of the death moving and then becoming in the lake of fire thing and then being pulled back. So I want to, the sequence of that is important to me.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So yeah, we'll do that.
Okay. Sure. You guys are starting to, those sequences, quicker than you can think them up. It's almost like taking place. This is like the speed of thought is how this happens. And you guys are able to kind of piece these together, each with their own door, so you can store these memories and even lock them and keep them there and held within. Both of you make savvy checks for me, please. And Andronima, well, no, I'm gonna say you both just make a savvy check for me.
Alrighty.
That is a 10 plus 2 is 12.
12 is a success.
3 is a 9 plus 3.
9, that's 12. That's a success. You both succeed. As your memory is being stored and you're getting this recollection of what happened, of course, each of you with differing point of views kind of morphs the memory a little bit. as your point of views kind of clash at one point. It's both the same memory, but you know how different people see something, they have a different perspective. Sometimes things change. You can see physically Manta pulling that rift. One thing that you didn't notice at the time when Manta was doing this is there's a part where it's almost slow motion where you can see Manta kind of reach in and another hand clasps Manta's in slow motion, kind of like Manta is pulling, and that hand is starting to come out with it as Manta is passing through the other side. And then there's the flash of the pink, purplish, magenta light, and then Noah is standing in that spot.
Do I have memory of that being my hand?
As you succeeded on that check, yes. You actually could see the hand. At the time, you weren't sure whose it was or what it was, but with the combination of her perspective of the memory, you've put it together and it's pieced itself together.
So we exchanged places.
Could be. Appears it's likely.
So he is now trapped in a lake of fire. Unless he can just do that again.
What do you mean just do that again?
If he could just open up a rift and trade places with someone, he could just do it again. So maybe he's not stuck there.
Well, we don't know that. Also, that's very concerning, having somebody stuck in... Just in general, like you died and you went into a place that was all fire. Doesn't that concern you a little bit? About...
It does, but at the same time, wouldn't I be horrendously burned if I was in a lake of fire?
Maybe you weren't, but your consciousness was.
So this is all very confusing. So, like, did he give his body to the lake when he brought my consciousness back? Am I in his body?
I don't know. We need...
No, it's my body because we did the test.
Yeah, you did. You did open the door, so it has to be yours, because otherwise the biological signatures wouldn't match.
And Manta, if I'm right, never did that, did he?
No, he didn't, because different, hands and stuff. It's very confusing, but I kind of like it. I dig this stuff.
I have more ideas and tests to run, and it's not going to be pretty.
Like what?
Is this a me from a future where I was back to life? So if something happens to that dead body me, will that impact the me now? I don't know how this works.
I mean, you died, right? By all means, accounts and everything, that body outside, that's dead.
And that has a bad wound on it, and I don't. But I remember that happening to me.
No, I feel like we need to find... I mean, this is probably going to be super hard to find somebody who knows anything about, I don't know, these kinds of subjects. It feels vaguely religious in some way. But I think we should find somebody that maybe has some external knowledge, because I only have so much. I just, think that there are doorways and they sometimes lead to places that are better or worse. Maybe...
I have some ideas of who we can ask.
Who?
Someone who wants me dead.
Oh. And we do have your body.
But maybe they have some answers. But on top of that, wouldn't this be like the perfect cover for killing someone and blaming it on me, and then they find my body, so I just get away with it?
Really? I mean, if somebody wants you dead, you could turn in yourself technically for a bounty and get the money and, just be free of the bounty because you're dead. By all confirmations, that body is dead.
So yes, stasis as soon as possible, so that can be an option for if we needed it. And 2, when we have time, maybe we can reach out to my contact, but not through me.
What's your contact?
Her name is Evelyn.
Evelyn?
And Noah rubs his badge thing on his shoulder for the agency he used to be a part of.
The Evelyn person would know, right?
She might have some information based on what I'm trying to piece together from what they did.
I'm not gonna pry more unless you want to tell me more.
I'm gonna assume this whole conversation is taking place in virtual reality. So you guys are sitting here talking with your like emojis that you guys have created for yourself or whatever your your avatars.
That's amazing.
You've kind of like you've just thought up this couch to like sit on, and you're just like sitting
having coffee.
Yeah. I got like random bunny ears. There's like cats running around the place. One of them is like made of a skeleton.
I love it. While you guys are having this conversation, we're gonna zap back to Dev, who has made it back to Substation 4. You're having it's very bad snacks. They look like real food, but it is not real food. It is fake garbage that they have here to feed everybody. But while you guys are kind of sitting there, E-Rock is with you. Rose and Ace are there, but they've kind of separated themselves from you guys, or in a different part of the substation. You're sitting there with Crix, and all of a sudden the computer kind of beeps, and Crix is just like leaning back in his chair, kind of relaxing, throwing some snacks down. And remember, he looks kind of like an insect. Like he has mandibles and has antennae and stuff like that, and looks over to the screen, and you see him just reach over with his left hand and kind of just type a couple things, and boop. Oh, there we go. There we go. That's it. Oh, they've arrived.
I'll just be eating chips and just be like, oh, and then just trying to wash it down, and then realize like, there's not even like, I grab a can and there's like this much in it. It's like someone else's drink. It's like not even, I'm just like, Crix, you said there were snacks and drinks. Like these are all stale and opened, and you gave me someone else's drink.
I must say, when we pay this much for our employees, we have to cut back somewhere. It's just the nature of the biz.
I mean, I figured you'd at least have like a sealed bottle of liquid.
I thought you had background in mining. You should be used to this, right?
No, usually we had like sealed bottles of liquid, not reused from someone else.
Oh, you don't
bottles of whatever.
What's wrong with the sludge?
I saw a TV show about the sludge, and I didn't like where it came from.
That's high energy drink right there. Built for miners.
Yeah, but I'm, the whole Starbs thing, sludge, is just not very good. It's just overpriced. It's not that great. Just overall not that good. But any word on those parts coming in?
Not on parts. We do have. I was told a company from outside the system was coming in to check out the rock problem that you had.
Rock problem in terms of like getting back there, or what we found?
Rock problem is terms of getting through it.
Oh, okay. Well, hopefully they get here soon. Have you worked with them before?
No. Naldi said that Ashir reached out to them himself.
Gotcha. Well, hopefully they get here sooner rather than later. That way we can get back there and get back to mining.
Oh, they have arrived. You see here, he kind of like points to this thing, and you can see there's a big red flashing thing that says Arrival Moors Corp right on the screen.
Oh. this 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 is the corporation that you guys hired?
Yeah, see, it says Vessel the Blade has arrived. Time stamped. Right here on the screen.
Oh, are they on their way down? Like, are they? Where are they?
Currently on the platform.
On the platform.
I haven't checked in yet. I'm sure that Ashir will want to meet them himself.
Gotcha. So, since we're waiting for them to come down here and clear the way, and we've already tagged the rock that needs to be excavated out. Is there anything else you need from us, or can we, like, go back and take a rest on our ship? You can kind of call us when you need us or something.
Oh, a rest is fine. You can take a rest on your ship if you'd like. Take a couple of those cans of sludge with you.
I will. And I just kind of turn and make sure my mask is back up and put my sunglasses back on and just kind of make sure all the suit is covered up as much as I can to kind of obscure myself, and then make my way back to the elevator.
Okay.
And then click it and just waiting for it to come.
Okay. Yep. Eventually the elevator does open its doors to your favorite elevator driver, Moroni.
Hey, Moroni, can you...
Hey!
Hey!
It's good to see you!
Yeah, good to see you too.
How'd the mining go?
Oh, it went very well. We found an interesting rock. We're just waiting for some people to come and excavate it and clear the way, because the machine that we were using broke. But you can get us back up top, right?
Ain't nothing but crap around here, am I right?
Oh, absolutely.
All just breaks down, nothing but junk.
Oh, yes, nothing but junk. We can go up now, right?
Absolutely. We just can't go down to 4. They've temporarily shut it down.
Shut it down? What? Any particular reason?
Apparently somebody got hurt real bad down there, so they're just, doing a checkout.
Was do you know who by chance?
Oh, honestly, I think it was one of those fellas that you were with.
One of the fellows that I was with.
Yeah.
Well, they did say something about Manta, but that wasn't Manta. All right. Well, we'll just head back up, and I'll go see what I can figure out.
All right, you know the drill.
Oh gosh, can you please pull the
I got
the bar back down?
I gotta give you a warning. Going up is a lot worse.
Oh, I know. I can.
And as he puts this thing into gear, the grinding rumbles the whole elevator for just almost 15 seconds before the thing even starts to rise. It rises slowly for about 50 feet or so, then all of a sudden you just almost get squashed to the floor as this thing goes up to the base level, where the door opens, and you glance right over at the bar and you see Dawn is having a conversation with a glass of moonshine with somebody else. They seem to be chatting it up, laughing hysterically. They seem to be hitting it off.
I would look over and see them throw back the moonshine, and I would immediately just step forward and just vomit, just clearing my system, and then kind of
Moroni taps you on the shoulder. It's okay there. Yeah, get it all out. That's it. I mean, it takes a little while to get used to. I know.
I kind of check myself to see how the situation is, if I need to go change or anything. I'm like, oh, I hate this stuff. And then I would just kind of stumble over to where Dawn is, and then just kind of hit him on the back and just kind of trying to get my composure.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I guess you used the elevator again.
Yep, definitely used the elevator again. Officially nothing in my system.
So I came to find you. Then I met this guy right here.
I came to find you guys too.
Hi.
Yeah, well, I came to find you about 20 minutes ago, and then I met Aster, and then we started drinking. I forgot about you. Um,
Okay.
there is something I forgot I came to do, and I saw something on the way here. But I think we drank a little too much, and I forgot where it was.
Yeah. Nice to meet you, Aster. Can we go talk on the ship with everybody else?
Oh yes, we're supposed to go back to the ship.
Yeah,
Then
let's go. Let's go.
I saw another ship next to our ship. I forgot
Yep.
the name of it though.
Oh yeah. It's yeah. We can go talk about it on the ship, and I just kind of like grab Don and kind of push him forward, and I'm just gonna kind of stay behind him, kind of trying to hide it behind his shoulder while I'm trying to push him and get him up.
Okay.
Hey, Don, wait.
Wait, can we bring our friend Aster? He has a little pet. But look
Sure,
at how
whatever.
cute
I
he
don't.
is.
I had to tell you guys about the secret thing I saw down in Sector 4.
Yeah, he did say something about Sector 4 secrets.
Okay.
We need that.
On the ship. On
Alright.
the ship. Let's go.
Alright, on the
Let's go. And I just
I
kind of
don't really like getting on
hide
strangers'
behind him as
ships.
best I can, just kind of keeping an eye out, shoving him forcefully forward.
Yeah.
Uh,
Devlin's like just shoving you around and kind of pushing you guys up the steps. Like Aster's kind of like falling behind, looking back behind him, like, oh, this is a stranger's vessel I'm getting on.
Oh, jeez. I didn't know we were at this level yet.
And
hey, you let me touch your pet. We good.
So you guys make it back out, and immediately upon the massive doors opening out to where the landing pads are, you guys do see that there is not just one vessel on the platform now. There are 3 total. It seems like the shuttle has landed, and there is a group of people standing in front, like in between both vessels. Looks like they're having a chat. Looks like they're just kind of, the ships have just opened, and they're just kind of greeting each other.
Hey, Dev, who is Morse Corp?
It's
We know them?
yeah, it's a corporation. It's a mining corp. We can talk about it again on the ship. And I just kind of look up and just kind of glance from behind, like the shoulder, just kind of like peeking over while I'm pushing them forward and trying to see if I can recognize anybody.
Okay, go ahead and make a savvy check for me, Devlin.
All right. And I'm going to use a void point.
Okay, there you go. Make it with advantage.
And my savvy's no longer -3. Woo, 14.
14. Nice. You look over there to see if there's anybody that you recognize. And you are successful at kind of looking through everyone that's standing there. But I will tell you this. You do not recognize any of these people.
Gotcha.
You do recognize the Morse Corp logo, though. And you can see that there are 3 individuals that are wearing, one of them's kind of like a nice suit, more like a business kind of S-type thing, but imagine kind of more, suit/space suit kind of looking thing with the Morse Corp logo on the side. African-American male, short hair, eyes as blue as ice, is standing there, and there's 2 other individuals. One individual is standing beside, is a very muscular-looking individual. Looks like scars all over his face, and he's holding a very large rifle. And then next to him is another individual who's holding like a more compact rifle and is a little bit shorter and stout with dark hair. Standing right next to him. In front of them is an individual who stands kind of tall, but has this very nice posture about him. He's standing very, very tall. He looks more like I want to say kind of like a Middle Eastern descent individual who has a very chiseled face. His hair kind of rises up here, and he has this scar that comes down right from the top of his hair like this. It just comes down right to his eyebrow like this. Like it just comes straight down almost. But the rest of him looks like kind of very prim and proper, clean shaven. He's wearing this white suit that has this like very light blue trim on it. And he has 4 heavily armored guards standing around him. They are all wearing helmets of unique design. And the armor is kind of black with red accents. And they're just having a conversation right now on the platform.
I'm gonna keep pushing them and telling
Okay.
them, let's get back to the ship.
How far away are those guys?
From you guys, I would say probably like, as you guys are walking out of the platform, you first notice them. So you will have to walk within like 30 feet of them to walk to your, to the vessel.
I'm sorry. As we pass by, I would just like scream over to them and be like, "Hey, if you guys are the reason that Sector 4 is closed, I need you to hurry up and do your dang jobs because I got something I want to do down there, and you guys are taking too dang long."
The prim and proper individual just slowly turns his head towards you, and you can see some of the helmets kind of start looking in your direction too as you're like shouting. The other guys like that are talking in front of him just like look over their shoulder at you. Everybody just looks at you, and the very nicely dressed individual looks at you and says, "I'll get right on it."
Good, thanks. I'll turn around and keep walking.
Okay. So they seem to just like kind of turn around and start just keeping their conversation going, and kind of now that you guys are close by, more of a hushed whisper as it seemed like one guy's like, "Who is that?" And you guys board the Omen and walk into the meeting space within that vessel. I'm going to take you guys over to, so I don't know if Aster, Jamie, has ever gotten to see what the Omen looks like. So I'm going to take you guys to like the detailed map of the Omen. Are you guys able to see that whole page? Oh yeah, Manta is no longer here. Bye, Manta.
That was quick.
But we
You guys could use some help.
But we'll
with this ship,
drag
let me tell
we'll
you.
drag Aster on there, so Aster's token is on there as well. And I will I'll put this on the screen for our friends in YouTube land so they can see that as well. Yeah, you guys are aboard the Omen.
And Andromeda and I are still in the VR thing, right?
I would say that if you guys were done in the VR, you guys would be out and probably packing the thing up like right now. Mm-hmm. So you guys
What's the condition of this ship? Is it like messed up still?
It's
or-
5-star premium.
Yeah.
It's it looks, I mean, from your first glance, I mean, it's unlike any vessel you've ever seen before. It's
That's a good way of putting it.
it's covered in these weird etchings all over, like some kind of language that or symbols like nobody understands. I mean, it looks like it's in okay shape, but it looks old. Looks, I don't know.
I think
See-
habitually as I walk in, I'm just like looking around at like the interior and any pipes or whatever we pass, just to inspect for any welding issues,
Okay.
or anything of that nature.
Okay. Go ahead and make a savvy check for me. Actually, let's call this tech, because you're looking more for technical things.
It's just a D20, right?
D20 and then add your tech to it.
Nope.
Okay.
7.
Seems good. I mean, seems like
Perfect.
it's in good condition. You also gain a void point.
Yes, sir.
You gonna fit right in.
I always roll bad.
So, Andronima and Noah, there's a new person that just comes aboard with Dawn and Devlin. Devlin seems to be like rushing everybody onto the ship, and he seems to have everything kind of like his glasses are on. He's has everything kind of covering his face.
Noah backs up to the compartment that's holding his pistol.
Okay.
Is everything okay?
Who's this?
Oh yeah. This is Aster. I met him in the bar when I was looking for Dev. I completely forgot I was looking for him. And then I figured it could be the new Manta. It's a very nice guy, and he has a pet. Who
Hey
doesn't
there.
like
Like,
pets? Aster, that's Adrianima, and that's Noah. You
You
already met Dev?
brought
Push-
our trash home?
Hey, that's. Hi, I don't know.
No offense, I'm sure you're a lovely person.
Wow. I
I
didn't even
like-
want to go to the bar. I was just dragged there,
Wait.
actually.
The reason why I bought him here is because he knows a lot about Sector 4. He has something that he could help us with.
Yeah.
Wasn't that the
Oh.
point of going down there? For
Um.
information? I got information from.
I mean, if you want money, yeah.
And then Dev found us and he kept pushing us here for some reason.
Ev, are you okay? Also, nice to meet you, and your pet looks very lovely.
Thanks. That's Cam.
Hi,
Touch it,
Cam.
he turns red. If you touch it, he turns red.
I would say at this point, like I'm just trying to look out the window, and then if I can't find the window, I'm just going to the command center and just trying to pull up cameras and looking around, seeing where everyone is, trying to look at the Morse Corp guys and just trying to get any beat on anybody and just trying to see who's there, where everyone is, what's going on.
Okay. Excellent.
Oh.
Go while you're doing
Okay.
this. Go ahead and make an additional savvy check. Make an additional savvy check for me.
Get a void point.
9.
9. You do gain a void point if you didn't already have 4. It's just the 3 outside, and after probably about watching them for like 7 to 8 more minutes, you see the prim and proper individual with the nice posture starts walking with the security, and these 3 individuals start walking behind them towards the doors to the facility that you just came out of.
I'll kind of relax a little bit and sit down in the captain's chair and just because just realizing that they actually are there for the demolition as requested, and I just kind of take a load off and just kind of take a breather.
Okay.
Dev, you look like you saw a ghost.
Yeah.
So remember how I told you kind of a corporation took over my planet and kind of took out a few people?
Okay.
You took out a few people?
No. The corporation did. Corporation did.
Alright.
It was Morse Corp that were the ones that did that.
Okay.
And they're the ones that kind of have a bounty on me for some of the stuff that we did during that fight. And so what I know a little bit about mining comes from going through the tunnels and doing guerrilla warfare, and trying to fight back the Morse Corp, which is how I got a little bit of the knowledge of mining, even though I didn't mine, and kind of how the bounty came to be.
Did they see you?
They definitely weren't going to see me until this guy started shouting and screaming.
Hey, in
At
my
them.
defense, you didn't tell anybody not to say anything.
He had
You were
the
just
point.
pushing.
Wasn't it obvious?
You were rushing us. I don't know. I thought you had to use the bathroom or something.
Well, I mean, it's kind of a factor, but
And your name is on that contract.
yes.
Yeah.
But
To buy you another one
it's
to die.
been a while, and generally, like, unless you're kind of in that sector, it's not worthwhile to kind of collect on that bounty. But they're here, and I kind of don't want to take that chance. Now, the flip side is we found some interesting rocks down there that I think are the ones that we were looking for, because our machine broke down and they hired this corporation to clear the way to be able to get that rock out of there, and then we're going to get a reward finder's fee for this. So for them to hire a corporation to come in means it's that rock that we were probably hired to look for originally
rock?
by
What kind of rock you
Xantha.
looking for?
Wazanta, yeah.
Some sort of gem that's
Supposed to be like really
Shiny.
powerful or something.
Like blue and green.
Is it blue and green?
Come on,
Yeah,
Dave, do the money.
I don't remember. All I know is this rock could not be cut through.
Manta did tell you it was a blue-green gem.
Oh, then yeah, it was blue-green, and whatever we were trying to cut into, the cheese grater couldn't cut into it. We were going to have to use the heavy-duty machinery to kind of clear the way around it, to pull it out, and it was a pretty sizable piece at that. So the good news is, it appears Moore's Corp wasn't here for me, and they actually are here to do a job. The bad news is Moore's Corp is here, and I just hope I don't have to go back down to collect my fee.
Well, I will say that was my secret that I had in Sector 4 was I'd seen a couple of those shiny rocks, as you put it, and people normally leave with those rocks pretty happy. So,
yeah, this
Do
one
you
was
have
on.
any?
oh, I don't have any. I'm not worried about that.
And Dev, the rock that you ran into was kind of like a black obsidian, almost kind of like thing. So
Gotcha.
it wasn't the same color as what Aster is describing and what Manta described, but you found it unique that and different that none of the technology you had was able to like carve
Register.
anything off of this. Yeah.
Right.
So how do you turn this to your advantage?
I got nothing right now. The only thing I can think of is covering my face for as long as possible, and as long as we're in the workplace, I can stay covered the entire time with the respirator and everything else. The problem is
Your name.
potentially my name if it
Yeah.
were to come up. Yeah, I don't know how to. I got nothing for a playbook on this one.
Do we need those rocks?
I mean, we're going to get paid possibly a decent amount. They hired a corporation to come in, and it seemed like they knew what this rock was, or at least had a significant interest in it.
I'll be honest, corporations don't normally pay all that good. That's why I'm self-employed for the most part.
See, I like this guy. He's always awake.
I don't know about that. I sleep a lot.
Well, either way, we gotta make sure that Dev doesn't get caught up in this situation. I'd say let's collect what reward we can get, and going back to the ring, that's risky because we've got lots of enemies there.
Did our contract say to bring back the gem or just information about it?
He asked for you to bring back a gem,
Um,
and if you could find any data that proves that's more powerful than the original gems that started this whole mess, there would be you would get additional reward for that.
So we know that Aster found some bigger gems on Sector 4.
yeah.
They're looking for Dev.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But we got
Why
kicked
don't-
off of Sector 4.
We probably can't get back down there until it opens again.
Unless
Yeah.
we take Dev and have Dev talk to the elevator guy for his name. They became
Maroney.
really good
Oh,
friends.
Maroney. Yeah.
Yeah. Really good friends with him. You might be able to convince him with a little moonshine.
Sneak down there.
Potentially.
I like that.
Well, the biggest thing is we have to figure out what we're going to do in regards to me. Are we going to stay here and wait it out to see if they're just going to do the job and leave? Or are we going to go fly to one of those other sectors? Like what's the game plan before? 'Cause
Yeah, you guys
once
remember there were two other like landing platforms here. One looked like kind of like an on the surface facility, and one looked like a landing platform next to this huge opaque dome along the
And
surface.
so we can go to one of those two places, or we can wait it out. I can try talking to Maroney, like you said, but like I'm gonna need a little bit of cover, just to be safe, walking over
I mean,
there.
If this rock is serious enough for them to come out and do what they're going to do, I don't think they're really worried about you all that much. Just from an outsider looking in, Mr. Wanted Man.
Who are you again?
Hi, my name's Aster,
And his pet.
and this is Cam. Yeah.
How long have you been here?
How long have I been where? In the
Here.
universe?
Where else?
Oh, a while. I don't really focus on time too much anymore.
I mean, he
And-
wants to go back to Sector 4. He knows stuff in Sector 4. We need to be them there.
He knows exactly where to find what we want.
Exactly. We'll be in an app. All we need is you, though.
Yeah.
And the last time we went out there didn't go so good, by the way.
So maybe we should
Oh,
go
yeah.
together.
Yeah, go back to that. Like, you guys, when you guys came over, you guys were talking about how
It's funny how
Noah
you didn't
here
wear-
was dead, yet you were saying Manta was dead, showing me Noah's body, but clearly Noah's here, and Manta can only change his face, and that's clearly not as close. So like, and I'll kind of go over and kind of like kick it. And I'll just go kind of kick it and just go, what is this? Like a double?
Noah. Noah
Look.
died.
First
Noah's
time,
right here.
Also,
funny
Noah.
that it took you 20 minutes to figure
Also
out that Manta
Noah.
wasn't here.
So brief explanation of this. Basically, Noah died. We were fighting these scorpion things. Noah died.
I didn't
Then-
Listen to you.
Oh, so Sector 4 is a great idea.
Oh yeah, I mean,
It's completely
Uh,
safe.
it's so
I mean,
safe.
we killed her.
We killed them. Yes, that's true. And
I mean,
then Manta
Manta?
reached. Manta's gone. Manta and
Yes.
Noah exchanged places. We actually, when we went into my pocket dimension thing, we saw Noah reach towards Manta, and then poof, they exchanged places. We think at least.
Okay, so let me get this straight. 4 people went down.
Yep,
A scorpion came out.
2.
Wait, 2 scorpions?
I think so. Was it 2? Yeah,
One.
One.
two?
One scorpion with 2 tails.
Oh, two-tailed scorpion.
All right. Well, there's already holes in your story right now. So,
There's
All
also
right.
Noah's body, too.
so what happened to the scorpion?
Killed it.
You killed it.
Yeah.
And you're saying Noah died.
It killed
Before
me
we-
before they killed it.
Yeah.
They can show you on the VR thingy.
Oh,
So-
it's
Yeah,
easy.
you can see.
You guys
I'm
can
not getting
also
hooked up in
see
that
that
machine.
that Dawn and Andronima they both have, and probably on Noah's dead body at least. There's like this green, almost like predator style blood all over them from the scorpion.
All right. So you're saying Noah died, and then
Mhm.
there was you 3. Well, you 2 plus Manta. What happened to Manta?
I opened the rift in time and space and pulled Noah out and exchanged places.
To the best of our
no time and
knowledge.
space.
Yes.
What? Rift times what? So you're telling me?
Yes.
This what happens when you stay away from us and you don't.
Oh, last time I'm used as bait, and that's my fault that I want to stay away from danger.
And now you're being wanted. So we're back to square one.
So are you trying like? So is Noah like invincible? Like can't die?
Oh, he definitely
No.
could die. We don't know, but we're not gonna
You can
test
never-
that theory.
So you're
can never
saying both these hands, the dead one and the live one, will both work on the door?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Do it right now.
Noah goes and opens the door by himself. Opens fine.
Opens fine. Mhm.
Then
That's
someone help me
good.
drag old me, I guess.
I'm not putting my fingerprints on a body. Nope.
I know this
Andromeda,
story
help me
well.
out.
I will. I'll lift up the body and like put the hand up.
You put the hand up and it beeps and opens.
They're both me.
Okay, I apologize for kicking your body. For
I didn't
starters.
feel it.
I'm. There's a lot going on right now. I'm just gonna take it with a grain of salt with whatever you guys are on right now on Sector 4. So what's the game plan? Do you want me to try and like go talk to this guy, Maroney, and see if we can get you down to Sector 4?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, all of us. Dev.
All right.
And Aster and Cam.
Yes.
Well,
he'll come. We
yeah,
need him.
pretty
He knows
important.
where it is.
If
And
you
the kid-
guys can give me, let me double check.
While you're checking, Michael, our ship doesn't have any cryosleep things yet, right?
It does not.
Okay. Maybe the ship next door does.
We should
If you
steal
guys can give me 6,
Minutes?
I'm blanking on it.
Hollow?
6 hollows. I might be able to offer something a little bit sweeter than moonshine.
Sure.
And
there you go.
but after I talk to him and make the offer, I'm coming back on the ship. What you guys do after that is up to you. And I'm just going to hide on the ship and stay out of the light.
I don't know
Yes,
if that's a good
Dakota.
plan, Mr. Wanted Man.
Probably a good plan, yeah.
Traveling
think we-
by
Mine-
yourself out of the mine into the area where the people could be.
It's
That's
like deja vu. Always running away.
they'll probably be more likely to catch you when you're on your own. We can't block you.
And if they come to the ship, you're right there with a dead body, dude.
That's true.
Right. That's right.
Why didn't you just space it? Why do you still have this body? It's probably
We
not a
may
good
need
idea.
it.
Well, we
We may
Science.
need it.
We can't space it when we're on a planet. Also,
Yeah, that's
Like,
true too.
Can't you like fly out and space it and then come back?
Trust me, we know how to space people.
that's a
Oh,
lot of
yeah.
gas.
They have experience spacing people in the past. Yes.
It's like a 10-minute trip for milk or something, you know?
Well, see, that's where I was saying, like, you guys, 2 people stand post by the ship, and then I go down, do the deal, come back up, and then you guys all go down after. But if we all go down, and then we're all caught, and then they run me, then we're all liable.
Let me ask, how much is your bounty? Just for personal preferences.
It's been a few
5.
years, but like, honestly, it won't. It's not even worth the gas. Like, you have to be within like a system to even make a profit off it, because it doesn't even cover gas, like the fees for that.
Likely story.
Is there inside checks in this game?
You can make a savvy check if you'd like.
I will.
Mm.
I trust you. I had bigger fish to fry anyway.
Savvy. Lost my character sheet. It's 18 plus
Oh, then you succeed.
3.
All you had to beat was a 12.
21.
So you
Um,
want me to say what my bounty is?
Why don't you? Is there a way that you can you message her
Yeah.
what your bounty is? Or no, you know
It's
what?
not-
you
it's
you
not
would
exact
you would
amount.
no. She would just probably get a vibe from you that you're just not being 100% honest. So you don't have to message her what you're like. She wouldn't be able to tell like, oh, his bounty must be blah 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 blah, so many hollows or whatever.
Yeah.
Just off of insight, it would be more like you just have an idea like it might be more than what he's letting you believe.
Underselling.
Yeah, yeah.
Nothing about it right now. I'm just gonna look at it.
No, I just messaged
Okay.
you directly with the exact
Okay.
information that I wrote down for the bounty.
So, Dev, you're going to go arrange transport, and then we're going to go take care of business.
Like
All
we
right,
did
so
before.
just give me the 6 hollows so that way I can go grab what I need.
I'll give him the
Actually-
6 hollows.
All right.
You said you're a miner.
Not an actual miner.
Like, how good
I'm
are
a
you?
farmer. I just learned through kind of war time with the mines how to do basic stuff and get through and what to look for and to be able to pop out where we need to, make things collapse where we need to. Basic stuff, nothing. I am by no means. I mainly followed the people who knew all that stuff and did that. I was just a simple farmer.
So you're a professional. Got it. I think you're definitely important for this mission. not that I'm trying to make you not come to the ship by yourself, but there's a lot of things that, the crystals aren't like just sitting on the ground ready to pick up. Have your mind out of there.
I'll leave it to the three of them to decide if they want me down or to stay here with the risk on both sides. You guys make the decision.
I used to drill on asteroids. I should be okay.
Oh, you did? Oh, man, you're more professional than... Okay, all right. I trust him.
What did you do, Aster?
What did I do? Oh,
Yeah.
well... I travel space and time and fix shit that's not mine. It's my motto.
Okay.
Space and time.
Yeah, we want to know more about that part.
Oh, you're no props on my motto? I came up with it myself like 100 years ago or something.
100 years ago.
Yeah.
How old are you?
Yeah.
Like a solid 32.
Must be the moonshine.
Moonshine.
100%.
So
yeah.
after I had a question for you, were on level 4, right?
Yeah, of course.
Have you ever seen these scorpion-like critters before, and how did you avoid them?
I didn't see anything, and I just walked where I wanted to go.
Can I insight check that? Or
Oh, sure,
savvy
sure.
check it?
Yeah, you can savvy check that. Sure.
Davey.
I'm going to use a void point.
Okay, go for it.
It's 11 plus 2. It's already a 13.
You believe he's telling you the exact truth of how he did it. He went down, didn't see anything, and went right where he wanted to go.
You must be incredibly lucky.
Or I
Are
just
you-
don't pay attention very much, but who knows, really.
Can you defend yourself?
Do you have any weapons? That's what it asks.
I'll like grab my chameleon and spin him around, and he looks like a little pistol.
A pistol chameleon. Come on. We need to keep this guy. He's more interested in Manta.
He's not
I
actually
like
a
that.
pistol. He's just a welding gun.
Oh.
Even better.
Oh! I've killed people with the welding gun before.
Oh, really? I've burned things with a welding gun.
I almost burned the girl's hideout. It was exciting.
Good times.
Don't
Yeah.
let you grab Cam. Got it. Okay.
I have a welding gun of my own.
Okay, that's fair.
So, Aster, we're going to trust you.
That's a great idea. 100%. No problems there.
So have you decided, am I coming with or am I staying?
You can stay with the body.
All right. So I need two of you guys to kind of stand watch up here. I need at least one person to come with me down there.
Oh, I'd love to.
Okay.
And anyone else?
I'll go with Esther and Death.
I'll
Okay.
stay here. I feel safety here with dead
And-
body.
Do we have access to like news or anything on, or any like broadcast for information on the ship?
There probably wouldn't be a whole lot of like news broadcasts in the current where you guys are in the current
Yeah.
like state of this system. That has kind of been more. It's like everybody's just trying to survive, so you're probably not going to get too much as far as like news things scattered about. I mean, you could. I mean, really, your ship's only good for, like, doing readings of, like, surface readings of the planet, getting you general, like, information like that, but other than that, you're probably not going to get too much information just on your ship, unless you try to, like, do some type of hacking or something like that.
No.
Okay.